and welcome to Save Point. I'm Junglist.
I'm Ray.
And I hate Creed, but who doesn't?
On today's show, we review Rage.
And we also visit the World Cyber Games, and we head along to the EB Games Expo. Plus, we pick the top 5 game characters that you'd like to date.
But for now, here's the news with Amali.
News.
Rumours are buzzing online about the latest Rainbow Six games. Now, word on the street is that the latest chapter in the franchise will be called Rainbow Six Patriots. Now, these rumours suggest that the police are pitted against an army of revolutionary terrorists, with the game having a larger cinematic plot, unlike previous versions. Rockstar just released the first trailer to Grand Theft Auto 5. Now, not much is known about the latest instalment, but what we do know is that Rockstar is planning on releasing previous versions of GTA, Vice City and San Andreas on mobile devices. Now, some critics are sceptical such large games can be ported to mobile devices, but Rockstar are pretty eager to prove them wrong and promising third-party controller support. Looks like Nintendo's listening to its fans, as they're including demo games in the Nintendo eShop and what they call add-on content. The eShop will soon be accessible on the web from your browser and smartphones, but only for window shopping, as purchases will still need to be done through your 3DS. With Modern Warfare 3 set for release very soon, pirate versions of the game have appeared on torrent sites. Apparently stolen from a shipping warehouse in California, the game appeared online soon after. Now, Activision takes this piracy very seriously after a similar incident with Modern Warfare 2. If you download the pirate version, expect a knock on your door from Activision and a possible $5,000 fine. The Golden Joystick Awards have recently been presented for 2011. As the oldest gaming ceremony, the Golden Joystick Awards are now in their 29th year. With more than 2 million people voting, it's the largest video games awards decided by public vote. Some of the winners included Call of Duty Black Ops for Shooter of the Year, FIFA 11 for Best Sports Game of the Year, Fallout Las Vegas for Best RPG, and Portal 2 for Ultimate Game of the Year.
That was the latest gaming news.
No, it's true. British people have no sense of smell. Welcome again to Poetry Nook, where I read a poem to you about gaming. Fancy a poem, lad? Of course you do. You're all moist, and I have a poem to dry off your sweetness. Here's the poem. It's called Rage. Rage! I shoot you in the face. Rage! I shot you in the face. Rage! Your bits are now all over the place. Also, you can drive cars.
Welcome to Australia's largest and most epic gaming event. The EB Expo took the Gold Coast by storm, with people flocking from all over the place to come and inhale the awesomeness.
Hey guys, the arena doors have opened and the crowd is streaming out to check out what's at the expo. Let's join them.
The event was epic, with a wide range of people from the casual to the most hardcore of gamers, and a whole range of fans and cosplayers.
I'm Morrigan from Marvelous Capcom 3, or NE, and Darkstalkers.
I'm a Chroma Black Mage from Final Fantasy series.
I'm here with Colleen at the Sega booth. Now, Sonic Generations is a game I'm really excited about as a long-time Sonic fan. Tell us a little bit about it.
Well, Dr. Eggman is back to his old tricks. He's recreated a time machine which allows him to go back in the past, and he's actually there to avenge, foes from the past. So the great thing about this game, it's coming out on PlayStation and also Xbox 360. And for all those fans out there, you actually will get to play either as classic Sonic or as modern Sonic.
Hey guys, I'm here at the Uncharted 3 Drake's Deception Corner over here. I'm a huge fan of the Uncharted series. Gary, tell me about Uncharted 3. What do you know?
Uncharted 3 Drake's Deception, really, really exciting, and it's just an absolute blast. So fans of Uncharted 1 and 2, they'll recognise the cinematic action gameplay. Uncharted 3 just takes it to the next level. Even bigger, even better. Big blockbuster scenes that anybody that loves Hollywood movies, they'll get to sit down and actually play through that in Uncharted 3 Drake's Deception. What excites me about it's the way that just draws you into the game. It's just the storyline's amazing, the acting's amazing. You sit down and hours disappear.
So where does the story go this time?
So this story, it's on the search for the Atlantis of the Sands. So Drake's out in the desert trying to find this lost city with an amazing secret. But unfortunately, it's not quite that easy. He's got an organisation that's kind of chasing after him and want that secret for himself. So they play pretty tough, and they're going to make it pretty hard for him to get through. So it really is Drake's toughest adventure to date.
Bethesda, being amazing, are actually going to be screening a 22-minute walkthrough kind of demo of The Elder Scrolls V Skyrim, and I'm going to walk in and actually watch this. I'm really excited. Pants excited. Take this. That was awesome. That was awesome. The catch was awesome too. It was really good. Honestly, the gameplay looks great. The graphics are amazing. The soundtrack is predictably very, very good. Frankly, I want to make babies with that game. I can't believe I caught that mic. Can you believe I caught the microphone? I caught the microphone, dude.
Same point.
Hi guys, I'm Kirsty. I'm a games lecturer from Swinburne University, and I'm here to give you an overview of the Assassin's Creed franchise. The first Assassin's Creed game was released in 2007, and the main franchise includes 3 installments and a large spread of smaller games and merchandise. The main story focuses on the tale of Desmond Miles, a modern chap dragged into the centuries-old war between the Assassins and Knights Templar through reliving his assassin ancestors' memories. Currently, he's lived through 2 of them. One of Altair, an assassin of the Crusades of the 12th century Jerusalem, and more recently, Ezio Auditore da Firenze, a playboy of Renaissance Italy. The best way to describe the gameplay is that it's the logical progression of the Prince of Persia, in that it's a third-person RPG where the highlight is the amazing feats of parkour you perform as you race across rooftops, climb any available surface, and perform the signature leaps of faith into the conveniently placed haystacks. My favourite part of the series are easily the viewpoints. At the top of the tallest towers, you get this sweeping view of the surrounding area. The graphics themselves are also really beautiful. Expansive cities filled with bustling life and incredible attention to detail. The combat system is also good, and once learned, easy to master. The endlessly fun ways of assassinating and counter-attacking your enemies are getting more creative with every installment, alongside the introductions of many weapons ranging from swords to bombs and crossbows. The characters in the series are also really interesting. References to actual historical figures such as Da Vinci provide a sense that the game is actually a reflection of reality. Lastly, if you're not interested in the main game, there is a plethora of side quests and adventures to fill to keep you interested for hours. With a series that keeps on improving with each new iteration, the upcoming release of the 4th installment in November will be a fantastic adventure that will draw us deeper into the Assassin's universe.
So we're back at the EB Expo, and now it's time to have a bit more of an in-depth look at what's on show.
Whoa! Okay, that's awesome.
Now, Save Point is currently hanging out in the Warner Brothers stand, and while they've got loads of great games, they've got the new Happy Feet game, Sesame Street, Lord of the Rings War in the North, and Lego Harry Potter Years 5 to 7, which is the really dark stuff at the end of the series. We're also here for the big draw card of the Warner Brothers stand, which is Arkham City, which is the sequel to Arkham Asylum. I got to have a bit of a hands-on, and let me tell you something. Oh boy, Boner Town. So, Tim, you're trying to play Connect Star Wars. How's it going?
Not great, if I'm honest. A lot of fun, though. A lot of fun.
Yeah. He's actually stuck in the menu at the moment.
Guys, we're here with John McLaughlin. He's a developer at XDev Studios with Sony. John, can you tell us a bit about the Vita?
Yeah, our focus right now is developing great software for the Vita. It's an awesome piece of kit. It's got a 5-inch multi-touch OLED screen, looks beautiful, really shows off the graphical performance of the Vita. We've got dual analog sticks now. It means we got no compromises when it comes to like first-person shooters, action adventures. We've got a rear multi-touch pad here, allows for more innovative new gameplay experiences.
So, speaking of games, what kind of games are you focusing on? What new games can we expect with this?
So we're bringing out some of our existing IP from XDev Studios, games like Hustle Kings, Top Dart, Super Stardust Delta, and as well as bringing a new version of LBP to the Vita. And we've got some new IP in development now. What I can talk about today is Reality Fighters, which is our first augmented reality game on the PlayStation Vita.
Doing here apart from the obvious?
Just having a lot of fun playing the games. It's excellent.
And what games are you enjoying particularly so far?
I've had a lot of fun playing Mass Effect 3.
And I've been asking people who their favourite Mass Effect character is, and they've all been saying Shepard, which is clearly implying that they know nothing about the franchise. Who's your favourite?
My favourite is actually Liara.
So behind us, people are having a go at what looks like a Mass Effect 3 trial. What is it exactly that the people are going through right now?
Well, Mass Effect 3 is the third installment of the epic trilogy. You and I are both fans, as we discussed off camera. But what they're getting to see is some of the combat missions in Mass Effect. So it's getting the sense of combat, because in the third installment of Mass Effect 3, it's all about war. It is all out action combat. It is all happening. You're there. Again, Shepard has to save the universe, but this time it's not just the universe, it's Earth as well.
What are some of the other new features for Mass Effect 3?
Yeah, basically the combat's been completely changed into just being just completely epic. It's just amazing with the a whole bunch of new weapons, new powers, and just that sense of danger just being lifted completely.
So the RPG fans don't have to worry about losing what they loved about the game, right?
Absolutely not. That's the beautiful thing about Mass Effect 3. For the more casual fan, you can get straight in, combat, get into it. But for us who are RPG zealots, you still get the whole opportunity to play, get into the deepness of the characters. BioWare's absolutely world famous for that. That's not going anywhere.
Hi, it's Morgan, and you're watching Save Point TV.
Welcome back to Save Point. Now, Ubisoft have kindly given us this Driver San Francisco collector pack for one of our lucky viewers to win.
All you have to do to win is get on our Facebook page and tell us in one sentence what you would do if you could shift behind any car in the city.
Now, the best answer will win, so get creative with your entries.
Hey guys, here we are back at the AIE. We had an awesome time last week. This week we're going to be having a bit of a more in-depth look into programming. Amali's going to be chatting to a tutor, and I'm going to be speaking to some students about something called spelunking. Yeah.
So we're here at AIE and we're all talking about programming. So who better to talk to than someone that teaches programming, Conan Bourke. Tell us a little bit about yourself and what you do here.
Yeah, well, my name's Conan Bourke. I teach game programming here at AIE. Have for almost 3 years now. Before that, I used to work at a game studio in Melbourne called Blue Tongue for about 5 years, just on a bunch of different console games.
So why programming? What makes it so exciting?
Well, not so much exciting, but more of you've got a chance to make a game a reality. I mean, the artists are creating the art content, it looks really good, the designers come up with great stories and plots, but it's the programmers who really tie it together and make it work. So that's what attracted me to it.
Thanks, Conan. So we're going to go and check out some of the programming that's happening right now.
Hey guys, I'm here chatting with the Sprite Hammer team. So, what was your name?
Jin.
And what course are you doing?
I'm doing the Advanced Diploma in Game Art, as well as Ben here. He's doing it too.
Awesome. And how about you?
I'm doing the degree in programming for games.
Tell me a little bit about this prototype you've been working on.
It was a prototype that we were tasked to do in 8 days. We got given 3 words that were randomly generated. Dangerous splunking choreographer.
Dangerous splunking choreographer.
Yeah, randomly generated name, so you're going to get something like that.
And I've heard you've got some DJs also interested in doing some music.
Oh yeah, well, the songs that we had in there weren't really legit copyright-wise. We pretty much put the word out that we needed DJs, that we needed some music which we could use legally, and we got a really good response.
Brilliant. So tell me a bit about the roles in the team that you each play.
I'm the art lead, so I control making sure the art is in sync with everyone else's art.
For the most part, I made the AI, so I made the people decide what they want to do in the club and, yeah, decide, you know, I'm going to go drink, I'm going to go dance, so on. And
So you were God.
yes, I am God.
Awesome.
I'm the art director, so I did all the concept concept art for the games. And
It's the spelunking. It makes you make up words, doesn't it?
spelunking is the act of caving, if anyone doesn't know what that means.
So what made you choose AIE?
AIE chose me. No, I chose AIE mainly because I wanted to make games for a living and do what I enjoy, not a job that I won't enjoy later down the track of my life.
Do you find that the AIE is supportive of you guys for after graduation as well? Have you seen much evidence of that?
Oh, there's huge evidence of that, especially with the incubator program that's about to start this year, where they're helping students gather together and create their own indie business to create their own games, and you know they're really giving us a good jump start. So you know they're hugely supportive.
So where can we find out more about this spelunking, caving, doof madness?
You can find more at spritehammer.com/spelunking.
Or you could just go to Spritehammer and find your way from there if you can't spell spelunking.
Probably a lot easier.
And if you want to find out how to make your own games, go to aie.edu.au.
Today was awesome. We got to learn all about programming, which is kind of like being God. You get to manipulate things and control things.
It'd be good if we could control Paul.
Yeah.
We could make him spelunk.
Maybe we could make him normal.
We could. We could.
Paul's Brand! Now look, realism isn't something I need in a video game, okay? I mean, when I'm drunk, I frequently try and open things and turn things on in my apartment using my various prop sonic screwdrivers. Oh, I know they don't actually open things, I just enjoy the illusion. So realism isn't exactly my driving force in life, but when I play a game which is apparently all about realism, you better make me believe it. Or what, I hear you saying. Or shut up, that's what. The Elder Scrolls V Skyrim comes out really, really soon, and there are dragons in it and there's all manner of monsters, but I just know already that while my brain will readily accept being able to spray hot lightning at a troll, it will not be able to cope with the fact that currency in games doesn't weigh anything. I mean, come on. I'm carrying 3,000 pieces of gold, and yet we pan out, and my character isn't even wearing a coin pouch. Is the coin pouch invisible? If so, why isn't it visibly weighing down my sword-wielding hero? Is it carried by the ghost of an accountant? Who was this spectral money carrier when he was alive? Do I pay him? How do I find him in a crowd when I need him? How do I know it's a him? What if it's a seriously hot lady money-carrying ghost? If she was naked, how would I even know? Look, I guess what this proves is that my excitement about Skyrim is manifesting itself in the usual ways. Frustration and ranting about sexy ghosts.
Keep watching Save Point.
And 45 seconds and counting down.
10 games in 45 seconds. Are you ready?
So ready.
All right, the clock starts now. Dead Rising 2 off the record.
Zombies, comedy, zombie, GoldenEye 007.
They're revamping GoldenEye on 64. Where's my asthma puffer? The Lord of the Rings War in the North.
A Fellowship of Three take on the untold stories of Northern Middle-earth in this co-op adventure. Uncharted 3, Drake's Deception.
Uncharted 2 had amazing set pieces. No way number 3 is going to be bad. Cabela Survival.
From the company that makes the games where you hunt and shoot animals, just like the arcade games of yore. Batman, Arkham City.
Now you take on Two-Face in a psychotic prison the size of a suburb. Saints Row 3.
It's Grand Theft Auto, but it doesn't take itself too seriously. Serious Sam 3.
It's a very simple shooter with lots of circle strafing and humor. Sonic Generation.
I think we've all learned our lesson about getting our hopes up for Sonic games, but this one looks a bit more old school. Sims 3, Pets.
Sims with pets. Manage their needs, get their loyalty and love.
Stop the clock.
I've won, I think.
So today we're going to be reviewing Rage. Now, Rage is basically what you get if Deus Ex and Fallout 3 had a baby. Sounds gross, I know, but it's basically a hybrid of a post-apocalyptic western, a first-person shooter, and a driving game of sorts.
I survived this long by staying out of trouble. Saving you may have changed all that.
Now, the premise of Rage is fairly simple. At some point in the near future, a massive asteroid hits the Earth. Everyone knows this is going to happen, so they ferret away the most talented, genetically engineered people into things called arcs, basically little robotic pods.
We must not blink.
Then, your arc malfunctions and you wake up hundreds of years in the future. The Earth has been totally ravaged, you wander out into the wasteland, and you are very, very quickly attacked by zombies. It can happen. The problem is, it's sort of hard to tell what genre Rage is. Is it a shooter or is it an RPG? It tries to do both, and because it does that, it doesn't do either one particularly well. Now, shooter fans are going to be slightly alienated by the fact that, well, it's got a bit too much narrative and a bit too much fiddly kind of, customization work with your weapons and your cars, which is fun. And RPG fans are going to be pissed because it doesn't have the level of immersion that even the most bog standard RPG has nowadays. Another area in which Rage fell down a little bit were the design choices. I mean, you wake up in a pod in the future, and for some reason you're dressed in effectively extreme sports gear, fingerless gloves, padded vests, and the entire landscape appears to be contradicting this or agreeing with it a little too much. You've got the Mad Max-esque villagers who you can help, you've got the tribespeople who look like zombies, and then you've got this extreme off-road dirt bike aesthetic. I mean, it just doesn't seem to gel. Even in Fallout, everything seemed to fit together a little smoother than it does here. It's almost like the game designers have picked aesthetics from places they liked, whether they be films or television shows or books, and then just jammed them together, assuming that because it's after the apocalypse, no one will mind. I mind. Also, another small issue, the music. You range between beautiful sweeping vistas where there's classical music playing, like a proper film score, and then you get on your bike and all of a sudden it's tinny thrash metal playing. Now, I know we're trying to appeal to an extreme sports kind of audience, but you don't need to condescend in that respect, and that's just a small gripe I had. Okay, so maybe I'm being a little bit too harsh on Rage, and maybe I've been spoiled rotten by the Fallout franchise, and maybe, just maybe, I need to stop comparing it to Fallout. But look, Rage does have some really, really strong points. The graphics are fantastic. It looks and feels like you're actually there, which, given that it's a post-apocalyptic landscape, can be a little unsettling. But also, there's some really great voice talent behind it, and I'm a big fan of good voice actors. Now, one of the first friendly people you encounter in the Wasteland is voiced by John Goodman. John Goodman. I mean, this is the kind of caliber of people that ID have managed to get into this project. So in closing, it's not amazing, and it's not great, but it's good. And sometimes that's enough.
Once again, Save Pointers, thank you so much for sending in your ultimate gameplay vids and funny clips from around the internet. This week, we turn our focus to Minecraft, a simple construction game where you start with nothing and have to punch trees for basic materials like sticks. One man built an entire wooden fortress, and he misplaced his fireplace. The whole thing seems like a bit of a joke until you hear him over the microphone and realize this was a horrible accident.
I shouldn't laugh, that's not funny.
I cringe when I watch this. That was hours of work.
Do you think the pig outside the house died?
I hope not.
Yeah, but Minecraft bacon is notoriously delicious, so...
Let that be a lesson to you, kids. Make your fortresses out of stone, guys.
Yeah, that's good advice. Another good piece of advice would be never build anything.
Yeah.
Ever.
If you aim low, you'll never be disappointed in yourself.
Yeah. Yeah. With that firmly in mind, very uplifting message, thank you so much for watching this week's episode of Save Point. Remember to check out our Twitter page and our Facebook page.
Oh, we've also got a MySpace.
Yeah. It's awful. Rotating animated GIFs, and it's just atrocious.
What's MySpace?
It's before your time.
Bye!
Break free.